If you explore the Wall Street Journal's interactive graphic of the world's most highly valued venture-funded startups, one thing's immediately obvious, and that is US companies, the blue bars over here, dominate. But a Chinese company holds the top spot in the billion-dollar startup club. More on that in a moment, but first, what is the billion-dollar startup club? It's an index of companies from Dow Jones VentureSource that are valued at $1 billion or more by venture capital firms, have raised money in the last 3 years, and have at least one venture capital firm as an investor. How did China's Xiaomi become the world's most valuable startup? It got its more than $46 billion valuation by becoming the leading provider of inexpensive handsets to the world's largest smartphone market. 85 million users out of the more than 500 million people with smartphones in China use Xiaomi's smartphone interface. Investors see the company's cut from downloaded apps and other services as potentially more profitable than the hardware itself. Most of the companies that top the list are ones that many of us have heard of: Uber, SpaceX, Snapchat, Airbnb. What are the most highly valued but lowest profile companies? Palantir, valued at $15 billion, is not a household name, but probably wants to keep it that way. Its data mining software is used by the CIA and FBI, private investigators, and others. Between Dropbox and Square on the list is Theranos, a life sciences company founded by a chemical and electrical engineer who dropped out of Stanford to found her company. Hundreds of Theranos employees are quietly developing a device that can inexpensively do thousands of tests on a single drop of blood. Everything from the routine to things such as cancer, cholesterol, and cocaine. Fun fact, the space it was working out of until just recently was once home to Facebook. Speaking of which, before it went public, how much was Facebook worth? Goldman Sachs put Facebook's pre-IPO valuation at $50 billion. That's a richer figure than is enjoyed by any of today's members of the billion-dollar startup club. That's the short answer.